Hello everyone, welcome back. This is video number 6. In last week's video we looked at how to navigate a web browser, and you guys learned to do a lot of cool stuff with Google. And that was part of the 3-part video that we did, starting with the basics of using Google. Then we did how to create a Gmail/Google account. And then we did how to navigate a web browser. And that was all those videos kind of fit together because we were able to learn all the skills necessary to get to where we can play around with all of the tools and all of the necessary things that we need in order to make the best use out of not only Google Chrome, but Google in general, right? So Gmail, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. I can go on and on. You guys saw that the list was very long, and there's a lot of very useful stuff. As always, you guys know if there's absolutely anything that I go over that you guys would like more clarification on, or you guys would like a better explanation on, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to hear from you guys, and even if you're enjoying it, just let me know what you're enjoying, and if there's anything that would be helpful to you. If you guys want me to slow down or do anything else differently, just let me know. I would be more than happy to make any adjustments or anything that will help you guys in this journey to learning. So today's video is kind of a cool one because we're going to be doing a little bit more advanced stuff. I know a lot of you guys were asking for programs, how to install programs, how to download a program or software, how to install it, how to uninstall it if it's not what you need. A lot of you guys asked for that, so I'm very, very, very happy to make this video. Now, the thing about software, and one of the questions that you guys had is, how do I know that the software I'm downloading is safe or is good, or it's not going to damage my computer, or it's not going to give me a virus? So the best advice that I can give you guys is there's a lot of free software on the internet. However, if you guys know that there's a program or software that you have to pay for, or that is something that, the company charges to use, and you find it somewhere and it says free, I would be very, 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 very cautious with that. Actually, I would say don't go near it. Anything on the internet that says free, when really you know that you have to pay for it, is usually going to have virus. It's usually going to have something that might, hurt your computer, that might try and steal your information. So it's just not something safe, and not something that I would recommend that you guys use or even download, because you're probably going to get a virus. So viruses are no fun. They can actually damage your computer to the point where your computer is not going to be useful anymore. There's also viruses that you don't even know are on your computer that are just silently stealing your information. So when it comes to software, just Google it. Remember, we talked about that in the last couple of videos. Just Google it. Go on Google, search the software that you're looking for. If you see that there's a price, if it's $80, $90, whatever, if there's a price for it, then don't go looking for it for free, because you're probably going to get a virus, and it's probably not going to be legal to download that software for free. So the best answer to your question, guys, is if you're looking for software, go right to the creator's website, right? So if you're looking for example, Microsoft Word, go right to Microsoft.com, because you're going to get a safe, reliable, easy, legal software. If you're looking for Photoshop, which is made by Adobe. Adobe's the company. Go to adobe.com and download it from there. Pay for the software, download it, and that's how you know you're going to get the best software, safe software, no problem. Now, with that being said, there is a lot of software that is free, that is safe to use. There's a lot of creators and companies that have made some very, very cool software that is absolutely free to download and to use. and you don't have to worry about getting any kind of virus or anything. As always, make sure you get it from a trusted website, or a website that that belongs directly to the person or to the company that made that software. So today for you guys, I have a very cool website. It's called CNET. So this specifically, this website is called download.cnet. So cnet.com. They do a lot of free trials and free software, and I trust them. They're very, very safe. One of the things that I like from them is that a lot of the times, if you're looking to buy a software, so for example, if I'm looking to buy, for example, CC Cleaner, or if I'm looking to buy, for example, Virtual DJ, they will have free trials that you can download, and you can use the software for a couple of days before you have to pay for it. So that way you can see if it's something that you'd be comfortable with, something that you would be happy with, and more than anything, just to see if it's what you need, right? Or what you're looking to get. So that is very, very cool. So CNET is one I trust. They're a trusted website. But as always, just make sure you guys are safe, do your research, and if you can, get it right from the website itself, like whoever made the software. So I'm going to give you an example. This is a fantastic protection software. So it protects you, it protects your data, it protects your information, and it can actually search for viruses on your computer or something called malware. Okay. Now, this specific software is called Malwarebytes, and as you can see here, it just says free to try. So you can try it for free, and I think you get like 10 days, and after that you have to pay for it. Okay, so that, it's safe. It's safe to try. It's just a trial, right? It's like a demo or a sample. It's free for a couple days, then you have to pay for it. So I found this software here on CNET, but just to be 100% safe, I'm going to go up here and I'm going to type Malwarebytes. So I'm going to type the actual name of the software, Malwarebytes. Bam. We're going to hit enter. So as you guys can see, Malwarebytes has a website, malwarebytes.com. So we can actually go right to Malwarebytes website. And as you can see on their website, it says free download. So we can actually say, okay, let's say this is the software that we're looking to download. So we're going to go ahead and click free download for personal use. So right there, the first thing it says, thanks for downloading the 14-day trial. So as soon as I clicked on the free download button on Chrome, on Google Chrome, which is our web browser, you guys can see that right down here on the bottom left corner. So here's my cursor. We're going to go right down here on the bottom left corner is the file that downloaded. So you can actually just click on it, left click one time, and it will actually open up the file. So this is what you guys will see. Now, every software is totally different. Every software installation is going to look very different from one another. It depends on what you're installing, and it depends on what you're using. But for the most part, you're going to get a little window like this that will give you instructions. It will ask you some questions, and it will give you instructions. In this case, it is asking me where I am installing Malwarebytes. So this isn't a work computer, this is my personal computer. So I'm going to say personal computer. It's going to ask me, sometimes it'll ask you where you want to install it, if you want to personalize, if you want to change any of the settings of the software. Usually, I'm going to say about 99% of the time, you can just hit next, 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 next. Software is developed by people and made so that we can just use it very easily, so that we can install it very easily, and so that we don't have to worry about a lot of those little details. So when you get this window, you'll usually just read through the questions, see what it's asking you, but most of the time you're just going to be hitting next until you get to the point where it says install. So in this case, we're actually going to go ahead and click install. So we'll get another window that looks like this, and it says, would you like to add this additional software for free? So I'm going to say no. Always be very careful when you're downloading free software, because even though it's safe and even though it's free, even if it is a trial, even if it's just for a few days that it's free, they will usually want to install other software. And it may cause you problems, or it may make your computer slower. So just always be careful. Make sure that you read every single thing that it tells you. So I'm going to say skip this because no, I don't want them to install it. So you'll get another window like this, and I'll say installing. So this is just the loading bar, and in this case, we just have to be patient and wait. Usually, it doesn't take very long, but every situation is different, and depending on your computer, on the age of your computer, the state of your computer, it'll depend on how long it takes for that installation to complete. The other thing that it'll also depend on is how big a software you're installing, right? So for example, some people like to play games on their computer, so if you're installing a big game, it may take a long time. But if you're installing a simple software or something that should be relatively easy to use, or that doesn't do too much, it'll be usually very, very quick. So in this case, as you guys can see, the window disappeared. So now we're just waiting for the program to open, and this is what we will get, this little window. So as you guys can see, it just says trial. And in this case, this specific software that we've installed is, like I said, just a trial. But it is to scan for viruses and for bad things on your computer. So we can actually just say, okay, go ahead and scan. And this software will scan my computer for any bad things that shouldn't be on it, or anything that any files that are bad. And it's just like taking my computer to the doctor. So it'll just do a checkup, make sure that everything is okay, make sure that there's nothing dangerous, and that's it. So that is how you install a software. So we downloaded the file, we clicked on the file, and we went through the installation process, and now we have the software running on our computers, which is fantastic. Again, if it's a software you've never used before, unfortunately I won't be able to teach you guys every single software that's available out there, because there are so many, so many. But if it's a software that you're familiar with, or maybe you've used before, it'll be easy for you to just get right into it. If, however, it is something brand new to you and you want to learn more, the one thing I can suggest for you guys is, as we learned before, Google is a great tool for learning new things. So if there's anything that you don't know about that program or software, or something that you'd like to do specifically with it, you can always Google it and try and find out more information. The other great tool, as you guys know, because these videos have usually gone on there for that website, is YouTube. YouTube is another great, fantastic tool to learn more about technology, but more than anything, software. You guys will be surprised with just how many videos and how many people out there upload, very simple videos, tutorial videos, teaching you how to do certain things in certain different types of software. So if there's something you don't know, or if you've downloaded a software that you'd like to learn how to use, go on Google, go on YouTube, and you guys will find lots of great, helpful resources and videos that will teach you how to do those things. The last thing we're going to be looking at today is how to uninstall software, which is very important when, for example, maybe you downloaded something that you don't want to use, or something that you didn't mean to download or install, or maybe you thought it was something different and you've installed it on your computer and now you realize, oh my goodness, that is not what I wanted. The other thing too could be, maybe you downloaded it, you've used it, but now you don't want it on your computer anymore. Maybe it's making your computer slow. Maybe you need to free up some memory space. Whatever the reason, we're going to go ahead and look at how to uninstall that software. So if we go right into our start bar and then into the search, we can type control panel. There it is, control panel. So we're going to click control panel. And this is what we're going to get, okay? So this is our control panel right here. Now, your control panel might look different. It might look like this, or it might look like this, okay? If it looks like this, or like this, we're going to go to the top right-hand corner over here, where it says View By, and we're just going to go to Category. The reason I like Category is because sometimes it's a lot simpler, a lot easier, a lot faster to find what I'm looking for, because it breaks it down into categories. So I don't have 100 different things to look at. I just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. a little bit simpler, a little bit easier. And the best part is that we can actually see right here under programs, the very first option that we get is uninstall a program. So we're actually going to go and click on that, just one left click, and it's going to give us a list of all of the programs that are installed on our computer, all of the programs that we might need to use, that we might need to figure out. They are all right here. Now, for example, if the program that I want to get rid of is Zoom, hey, I've had enough classes, I've had enough meetings, now it's time to get rid of Zoom, I never want to see Zoom again. You just click, so you're going to left click on whatever the program is, in this case Zoom, and you'll notice that at the top right hand side, right here, just on this gray bar, so here's all the list of our programs, and just above it, you'll see the word uninstall. So you can actually left click on that, and it'll bring a small window where I'm actually going to cancel this because I'd like to keep Zoom. Oh, it did uninstall it. Okay, that's okay. I'll just have to install it again. You'll see that it actually is gone now. Zoom is totally gone, and it has been uninstalled from my computer. So that means that it is deleted, and that I won't be able to use it again unless I download Zoom and install it again. But in this case, we just wanted to uninstall it, and we wanted to get rid of it. So it's very, very simple. Windows makes it very easy for you to get rid of software that you're not using and that you don't need. So you can just click on whatever it is that you'd like to uninstall, and then you go to uninstall, and then it'll walk you through the steps to get rid of that program. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. The software looks like it says my computer is okay and healthy, which is good. I hope that you guys were able to learn something new today on how to uninstall software from your computer, how to download it and install new software that you might need. As always, if you guys have any questions at all, or anything that I can help explain further or help you understand better, please let me know. You guys have my contact information. But I wish you guys an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you next week with our video, which will be the basics of Microsoft Word.